2004 Kia Sedona.
What a piece of junk!
She'll make .5 past light speed. She may not look like much, but she's got it where it counts, kid. I've made a lot of special modifications myself.
Hello YouTubers, subscribers, and friends. Welcome to my channel. Well, today I'm going to work on my van, take that alternator out, and it's a beautiful day today. 82 degrees right now. Supposed to get up to 91. I saw a couple of videos on YouTube on how to take off the alternator for 2006 and a 2005 Kia Sedona. So I'm hoping it's going to be something similar. The alternator is making a really weird noise now, so I'm going to have to take it off. I want to continue driving this van, but before I pull off the wheel, because you have to pull off the wheel to get to the side, because the normal tension pulley that's on normal cars, you just put a wrench on it and push on it and it releases tension of the belt. Now this is completely different. You got to take the wheel off and the side plastic there, and you got to go underneath and unscrew a bolt and then unscrew a bolt on the pulley. From what I've been seeing, I'm going to see if this is the same. So I'm going to take you a step by step on taking the alternator out. So I'm going to have to disconnect the battery, take this out before I even take the wheel off. I'm going to see if I can, because from the videos you have to take all this stuff off, and I'm going to take this stuff off and see if I have access to the alternator, which is right there, before I even pull the wheel off, because here's a pulley right here that you have to take that nut off, and then underneath there's a adjustment screw that goes up. Hopefully on the 2005 is the same as the 2004. Mine's a 2004. And the 2006, when he was taking the alternator, he didn't show you how to do any of that. He was just showing the removal of this. So even though my radiator hose is here, his was in a different spot. So hopefully we'll see. I'm not a certified mechanic, but I can work on cars when I have to. So let me get all this crap off here and see if I can even get down to there first. Got my little toolbox here, and let me get started on it. Alright, it's been about 5 minutes. I got the air cleaner thing. I got this thing off. All these are broken. Oh, these are garbage. Those, I don't even know why those are even in there. Those need to be replaced. Had to disconnect the horn here. Disconnect the hood latch. And let's see if this will come off now. It's hooked on anything underneath? Wiring. I have to disconnect these things here. Get this off, just so I can see if I can get down in here still. So it's only been like 5 minutes, but I can't believe all this crap that you have to take off just to get to this alternator. Alright, so I got about 30 minutes into this. In the video that I seen, the guy had a 2006 Sedona van, and he took this fan out. Well, it's impossible to get this fan out unless you get this fan out first, and it's impossible to get this fan out because the motor hits on this pipe right here. I gotta take those bolts off. I gotta take it off here, disconnect here. I gotta get this hose off to get this fan out, to get this fan out, just to get to that alternator. After I take off all this crap, it's just ridiculous how much work you gotta go through just to get to the alternator. So even though I'm in the shade, it's freaking hot here, man. I mean, I'm already sweating like crazy. So, gotta do what you gotta do, right? Okay, so the good thing is, once I disconnected this bolt from the motor, I was able to move the hose up and get this fan out. Now I'm gonna try and get this fan out over here. It still looks like it's attached to something. I can't see what it is. I got the second fan out. Man, this thing was a ridiculous thing to get to. This screw down here. I don't know. People designed this Kia. Alright, so it looks like I got plenty of room. Once I get this out, I can drop it and hopefully it will come out. Doesn't look like that big of a thing. Definitely do not want to disconnect these lines here. But, yeah, so now I'm going to take off the wheel and see how hard it is for this pulley right here to come off, because I don't know, never done this before. I got the battery disconnected, I got the tire off, I got those two plastic pieces taken off. Now I need to crawl under there and see if this pulley is like a 2005. Yeah, see, I got a freaking that bolt right there. Where's it at? Where's my finger? You're not gonna see. There we go, right there. I got to get to that bolt and undo it to loosen this pulley up right here. This is a ridiculous amount of work that you have to do to. The belt looks good though. Let me zoom in on that belt. Look at it later because I'm upside down. But yeah, that's the next thing I gotta do. I definitely got an oil leak still though. Alright, let me get started on that. That was pretty easy. Got the belt off. I loosened this, and then I unscrew that, and it goes up and down. So that was pretty easy. Now I just got to get the alternator off. The hardest part so far of this whole thing is getting that one screw out of the cooling fan. Still ridiculous how much crap you got to take off. So now I'm going to take the wiring off here, and then it looks like I got 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts to take off to get this alternator off. And hopefully that will just drop down and come right out of here. We will see. Alright, one thing I realized here, that this has 2 belts. The power steering belt is completely separate. Because I figured that out because this belt just fell. And I was like, oh great, how is that supposed to go back on? That's something I'm going to have to figure out. But this one right here, you don't have to take off both bolts. You just take off one and loosen the other one and move that up. And now I just got to take off this bolt and that bolt. And hopefully that's it. I don't see anything else. We'll find out. It's been about an hour and 15 minutes so far to get to this point. Alright, so none of these bolts come all the way out. I'm hoping that this alternator will fall out, because there's no way to get this bolt all the way out unless that alternator comes out. It's hitting. I don't know what's going on here, if there's any other bolts I gotta take off. It looks like I have to take this off here, whatever that is, because the alternator's not budging. This is a ridiculous overkill on this alternator, man, seriously. Well, I'm gonna have to take these off now. Alright, I got this thing off. This plate thing right here. Now I can get that bolt out down there. There you go. There you go. Now let's see if I can get this alternator. It was a bitch to get unstuck from there. I'm telling you, man, somebody needs to talk to Kia, because this is a ridiculous. This is the hardest alternator I've took off in my life, and I've taken off many alternators, just never on a Kia or on a van. But now I got to see if I can get it out of here. There you have it. That's how you take out an alternator on a 2004 Kia Sedona. This bracket was ridiculous to get off though, from the alternator. I was burnt. But I was able to get it past this little sensor here, and without damaging my radiator, and move it over here and then pull it out here. And that's it. That's the sucker's heavy, man. That's the alternator. Now I just gotta go buy a new one, because there's a $35 core charge on AutoZone. There's $110. So there you have it. Reinstalling it will be just exactly taking it out, but doing it in reverse. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. Get. I'm gone. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't call nothing for free.